Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Hijriya. I'm a student in 6th semester and welcome to my presentation. So, in this opportunity, we will learn about Deixis. Introduction. The linguistic subfields of semantic and pragmatics are both related to the study of meaning. Semantic studies relation between word meanings. The term deixis comes from the Greek word of pointing and indicating. It is a part of pragmatics, which has a simple meaning, pointing via language. So, what is deixis? What is the definition of deixis? Deixis is referenced by means of an expression whose interpretation is related to the usually extra-linguistic context of the utterance. According to Stephen C. Levinson, deixis concern which ways in which the interpretation of utterance depends in the analysis of that context of utterance. Types of deixis. There are 4 types of deixis. The first is spatial deixis, and then personal deixis, social deixis, and temporal deixis. First, spatial deixis. Spatial deixis or place deixis concern itself with the spatial location relevant to an utterance, also the distance proximal and distal from the speaker. There are 3 things that we have to know if we want to identify spatial deixis. A. Single word, such as here, there, this, and that. Here and this is a proximal term because it's near from the speaker, and there and that is a distal term because it's more distant from the speaker. The second thing is expressions such as kilometers, meters, etc. And C, direction or movement such as under, above, fetch, tag, bring, etc. The example: A. This laptop is mine. My book is there. B. 1 kilometer from the school. And C. My friends at under the tree. Second, personal deixis. Personal deixis used to point at people via language. There are 3 categories. The speaker I, the listener you, and others such as he, she, it, and they. A speech even includes 2 persons at least. First person is a speaker, and second person is addressee. There are the terms to identify person deixis. A. Terms referring to speakers and addressee, such as I, we, mine, you, your, and yours. And then B, terms not referring to speaker or addressee, such as his, he, him, his, she, her, hers, it, its, they, them, their, and theirs. For example, brother, this is my pen. Sister, yeah, I know that is your pen. And a stranger, he is tag his pen. The third is social deixis. Social Deixis, the codification of the social status of the speaker. The addressee or the third person or entity referred to, as well as the social relationships holding between them. For example, where is your address, Mr. Smith? B. Should I deliver the message now, Your Majesty? C. Would His Highness like some coffee? This is the example of honorifics or manner in language. And then we move to temporal deixis. Temporal deixis, also called time deixis. Proximal form now indicate the same time between the speaker utterance and the addressee hear the voice. The distal form then applies to both past and future time relative to the speaker's present time. This is the expression of referring time, such as yesterday, tomorrow, today, tonight, this night, next week, last week, this week, that, hours, etc. And this is the example of temporal deixis. Proximal form, the example is I'll live here now. And the distal form, the example is I lived here then. And the distance from current time, the example is yesterday I slept at 10 p.m. And the distance from current reality, the example is if I was her boyfriend. Okay guys, that's all about my presentation. I apologize if there have any mistakes. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.